Hey everyone, thank you for joining me. So today I have The Chase by Quiet Carry. Now this was sent in by a supporter of the channel, so thank you for that. Now I'll just throw the specs up on screen real quick and we'll just dive right into it. So we have a drop point style blade with a CPM 20CV steel and a nice little cutout for deployment and some pretty aggressive jimping. Pretty deep. It looks aggressive, but it's actually pleasant. It's pleasant to the touch if you're just gliding over it, but once you put pressure, it really catches in there. So it's just really good jimping. Now originally this blade comes with pink G10 scales, but the customer decided to dye these ones purple, which I actually think looks pretty good. I'm a big fan of purple on knives. It's got a stainless steel backspacer with a non-reversible deep carry pocket clip. As you guys can see, that's basically maxed out, so it vanishes in the pocket. And it is a liner lock style blade, and then the liner lock actually has a little bit of jimping for your thumb, and then for the very little finger choil up front you do have some jimping as well. Now this blade is riding on phosphor bronze washers, and then the thumb flick actually works very well. Unfortunately, you can't spidey flick this blade. I've tried. I maybe got it once, but that's not really a deal breaker because the thumb flick works just fine on it, and the slow roll works just as good too. Now, the look of this blade, the style, I am a big fan of it. Kind of just basically mirrors itself with that kind of with the belly of the blade and then the belly of the scales on the end. So again, just a really nice flow to it. Just a really clean design, and again, I'm a fan of simple and clean designs, and this definitely hits that mark. And the ergos on it are really good. Even with this very minor finger choil, you can actually choke up on it. Even without choking up on it, you can actually get a good purchase as well. And with my medium to large size hands, I can get all fingers on there with just a little bit of extra room. So really good in hand. Now the changes that I'll be doing to this blade are going to be new scales, and I will be creating them out of the mace cut G-Carta from GL Hansen & Sons. I'll leave a link down below of their website and you guys can check out their stuff. It makes some really cool material. So I'll be creating the scales out of this. I forgot the name of it, but it is the purple version. I'll put the name of it up on screen, but it's just really cool material, and yeah, can't wait to use this stuff. And then I'll also be creating the new backspacer out of this material as well, just to match with the whole theme of the blade. So there is what I will be changing on this blade. So now that we talked a little bit about it, let's take this thing apart and see what we're dealing with. Alright, so here it is all taken apart. I did notice the pocket clip, how it's inserted in here. I wanted to let you guys see how they did it, and I think it's pretty interesting and definitely unique, and that's why you can get such a deep carry with this knife. And then on the backspacer, they did create some room, there we go, a cutout for the backspacer to actually just fit in there and then cover it up. And then I'll just have to copy the backspacer out of the G-Carta that I talked about earlier, and we're good to go. So let's get to customizing it. Alright everybody, so here it is all customized. Now let's just take a quick look at the scales. It's got purple, black, and gray, or white I should say, streaks going through it. Now I was originally just going to go with the pattern going straight through, but I figured if we just angled a little bit, it'd just give it a more unique look and make it just a little bit better in my opinion. So me and the customer decided to go this route, and I think we nailed it on this one. So there it is. Now the trickiest part about this customization was the backspacer, and it's a really small part, very tiny, but you can see right here I had to basically hand mill out this little section for the pocket clip, and here's the original so you guys can kind of see what I had to copy. And it wasn't easy, but I was able to get it done, and I just extended it a little bit more just to have a little more backspacer, and that way you get more of that G-Carta pattern, and you get the black, the white, and the purple in there. So just a little bit of everything in this backspacer. Really happy with the outcome, but honestly that was the most time consuming part for this whole build. But that's pretty much it. Let's put it together and see what it looks like. Alright, so here it is all put together, and I think it looks really awesome. And it feels a lot lighter. Let's just weigh it really quick because I'm really curious, because it does have a big difference in weight. So I believe it was 3 ounces before this, and we're at 2.75. So we shaved off 1/4 ounce, which is pretty good in my book. Since I've been doing so many brass lately, I've just been adding weight, but this is nice and light. And yeah, again, I just like that we decided to go in a diagonal position with the actual scales. Just makes it a little bit more unique. And then there's the backspacer. Looks really good, ties in well with everything else. And then the pocket clip fits in nicely. So we are looking good. Let's see if this thing functions. And yes, flies right out. And I'm always happy when the knife functions. Let's see if it'll drop shut like this. This knife doesn't really drop shut, but it does have a smoothness to it. So you have to give it a little bit of a jiggle, but it does shut when you do it that way. Yeah, feel free to let me know what you guys think down below of this G-Carta material and just the knife itself and how it turned out. I think it came out really well. Also, don't forget about the 1,000 subscriber giveaway. I just want to remind you guys still have till April 14th, 2021. So just keep that in mind, and thank you for watching. I appreciate you guys' support. And don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and I will see you guys on the next one.